Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome to the first ever inaugural LeoLive. I'm Django. I'm here for the party. We're going to have some fun, but before we get into things, we'll give it a couple minutes, let people get in, get the Threadcast loaded up in Threads, and we'll wait for the interwebs to catch up with us. Yes, Lisa, happy Wednesday indeed. Happy hump day to those who celebrate. Let's give it a couple minutes for the interwebs to catch up to us, because we are just so progressive. We are so ahead of the times here at Leo. Give it a couple minutes, and then we're going to dive in. Lots of juicy things to go over, folks. Lots of juicy things. Hopefully you have a hot beverage of choice next to you. I have half of the house here. The dogs are okay, but all the birds are gone, so you won't hear squawking. I only have one of my kids here. The other one's with my wife in town. So we're praying. We're very hopeful for a nice, quiet event. A nice, quiet LeoLive. If you are not part of Leo, that's okay. No worries. We do not judge here. Especially if you're in Web3 and you're not part of Leo yet. What are you doing? Why are you killing unicorns? We'll talk about that too. So, preface before we get going. If you're listening to this recording, I need you to go and do a couple things. If you've got homework today, stop buying Leo, Eliana says. I haven't bought my daily quota yet. That's later. After the show, I will go and do that. I will dollar cost average in. That's what the cool kids say that we're doing, right? And big shout out to everyone inside of Leo on the Threadcast. Be sure to throw your questions into the Threadcast. I see Tokenized in there. D-Kid is in there as well. Welcome, gentlemen. Happy. We're going to get into your questions inside of Threads as well as we progress throughout the morning. It is the morning here. Everyone else who is around the world, happy day, morning, good night, evening, whatever time of the day it is. Anyways, not seeing the Threadcast. The Threadcast is right here. I just threw it into YouTube for you. You can click that, and then you should be able to get in. There you go. Cool. Okay, so like I was saying, you got some homework. So if you're watching this recording, or if you are live, you're going to need this for the next time we go live. Probably after the show, you should go to your nearest office supply store, Walmart, Staples, whatever you have in your part of the world. Even go down to the corner store and get something. You are going to need a few things for class, for session with LeoLive each and every time we go live. You are going to need a notebook. You're going to need a notebook. If you do not have a journal or a notebook, get a pad of paper. I will explain why this is important in a minute, but this is your homework. If you do not have a piece of paper, writing utensil, a journal, I recommend journals. I recommend the Moleskine journals. But whatever journals work, I found some really good cheap journals at Walmart too, or you can go the high-end Moleskine, whatever. Well, high-end, it's $20. It's not that high-end. But whatever suits your fancy, you're going to need one of these. We will discuss that as well. So your homework for the next LeoLive is to definitely get a journal of some kind. Eliana's got a Moleskine. I don't know. You say potato, I say potato. Whatever works. I still don't know how to, I've had these things since like 2005 when I bought my first one. I still don't know how to pronounce it. Moleskine or Moleskine. However you want to say it, it's fine. Or a plain old piece of paper, pad of paper works too. It does not matter. We need something for you guys to write down your ideas, your concepts, your theories of anything that comes to do with your journey on Leo. And strategically, we'll go through that in future episodes. But And what Eliana said, you want to take notes because you might get some aha moments. I'm not saying what I say is going to be gospel or anything like that. I'm just saying that you might get some ideas from talking to people in threads, talking to people on YouTube, talking to people on Twitter. Something I might say might ignite something for you to, oh, I'm going to try that. I guarantee you this. You will not remember it in an hour from now. You won't. You just won't. We're not that smart as a species. This is no disrespect to anyone. We will always say, oh, I'll remember that. 9 times out of 10, we forget it. So as a content creator, as an entrepreneur, as someone who's trying to build a business online, you need something to write your ideas down in. Please, please, please invest the 35 cents in a pad of paper or the 10 to 20 bucks for a journal so you write down your ideas. That is a really big nugget too for when it comes to getting ideas for content creation and planning your week. Again, we're going to get into all of this down the road. We got plenty of time, lots of time to dive into this stuff. But this is the first one. This is the first Leo Live. And again, I welcome you. I am grateful for everyone hanging out. Throw up that juicy hashtag. I'm going to show it to you right here. I'm being very, very professional here. We're very professional. Use the tag hashtag LeoLive, # LeoLive on Threads. We want to see LeoLive trending on Threads as much as I love seeing the hashtag Hive and Leo trending on Threads. Let's get something new. Let's for poops and giggles. Let's see if we can get LeoLive trending on Threads. You'll notice I'm not saying Twitter. Big shout out to everyone on Twitter. I love you. Come over to Threads. We're trying to build Threads right now. We're gonna build Elon's program for him down the road. But right now we're focusing on Threads. So anytime you ask a question in the Threadcast, please use the hashtag LeoLive. That helps us get trending on Threads. Helps us showcase that people are enjoying this. If you're not enjoying it, don't worry about it. Don't even use the tag. But if you are enjoying it, I'm asking for a favor. If you could just use the hashtag LeoLive on Threads, we'll try to get that trending throughout the day. Okay, so let's do story time, and then we're gonna get into it. So, for those that don't know, I'm Django. I like long walks on the beach. Yanni CDs, no, wrong episode. This is not matchmaking with John. So, I've been building businesses online. I got my first aha moment late 90s. Yeah, I've been doing this for a while, and I know my youthful look here. I'm actually quite aged. I aged properly, except the bags under my eyes. But I've been doing this for a while. So, almost 25 years now, building businesses online, building brands online, jumping into Web 2 when it first came out, jumping into online marketing, affiliate marketing. That's kind of my background. So I've been around the block, and anyone that knows my story knows how PayPal is the spawn of Satan. Shut me down after 17 years of using them. No rhyme or reason. I discovered the blockchain. In 2017. Jumped on board, got really excited, got fired up, and it's been my passion. It's been my life. It's been everything to me over the past 6+ years. I discovered Leo basically day one. Let me give you a little backstory on Leo. I didn't know Cal. Cal didn't know me, but fate would have it that I was starting up a token for my project, but I saw what he was doing with Leo, and we were talking back and forth, and he basically helped me launch my token on the blockchain, helped me, set it up, gave me some advice. I followed the model. I basically did the tokenomics that Leo had and put it into my token. So, and then we actually airdropped our token to Leo holders. And this is, again, going back to day one of Leo. So I've been around here since day one. I've been on the blockchain since 2017. I'm one of those rare people that actually not only talk about Web3, but use this stuff. A lot of people talk about Web3. There's a really interesting book that I finished reading, Web3 Marketing by Amanda Cassatt. Very interesting book about Web3 marketing. The entire thing suggests to people to go and create Discord accounts. There's more to it. Discord servers and Twitter followers and Telegram. It's Web 2 trying to promote to Web 3. I get the message. I understand the message, but I want to be a product of my product. So when you hear me talking about Leo, you hear me talking about the blockchain, I'm actually doing this. I'm not just talking about it. I'm actually trying to be a product of the product each and every time I jump in. I think we can be our own best marketers. I think we could be our own best fanboys and fangirls. We could be our best shills. If we're using this stuff, if people are seeing what we're doing, they will get curious. They will want to engage more. They will want to be around you more, because not only are you just putting the fun hashtag Web3 in all your posts, you're actually using the products that are built on a blockchain that are true Web3. So that's the backstory on me, how I got here. Obviously, I could bore you to death for 45 minutes about how I got here, and there was one warm day in April. That's brief overview. I've been here. Where's Task? Task isn't here. Hopefully, Task is in Threadcast. Hopefully, he's in the Threadcast, Nelson. I'm not sure if he is there. He is there. He is there. Bless him. There he is. Thank you. And Nifty is saying, let's run up LeoLive. Yes, please. Please, please, please. It's fantastic. It's fantastic to see you guys actually using Threads. So anyways, let's get him. So why LeoLive? This is the next question. First, question one was like, how did you get here? Why should we listen to you? And don't listen to me. Do your research always. But why LeoLive? So you guys know, last week I kind of jumped on board the Leo team on a part-time basis, but let's be brutally honest. They might say it's part-time. I'm here full-time, baby. They don't know that yet, but I'm here full-time. And the idea, I went to Eric and said, hey man, I think I could really help Leo on this aspect. And it's not coming up with like the most brilliant strategies in the world. It's not coming up with these aha moments that's just going to revolutionize the internet. That's not where I think my strengths lie. My strengths lie in being a product of the product, but actually getting my hands dirty and being in the community each and every day, helping the community. So my goal with LeoLive, big picture, is to obviously help Leo. We all believe in it. We think it is the true representation of Web3. We see such a passionate community. For me, in a microcosm inside of LeoLive, what I want to do is I want to sit down with you guys each and every week, and we'll bang through ideas. We'll bang through concepts that will help you become a better lion on the platform. So I believe this in all my heart. If we can create passionate creators, if we can create passionate community, people that buy into this, Leo can't be stopped. We're seeing just the tip of the iceberg. Now, let me put it into, we'll pull back a bit and say, look, this is brand new tech. Cal and his team have been working nonstop to get this stuff banged out. This time last year, Threads wasn't what we have today. It was completely different. So we are still baby steps. We are still crawling. Leo is only a couple of years old. Threads is less than a year old. So we are still young. This is a bootstrapped project. There is not trillions of dollars of venture capitalist funds coming in. So at the start, let me just be clear. Yes, there's going to be issues. That's part of building. That's part of being a pioneer in this Web3 space. So yes, it's not always rosy. Things are broken. It's frustrating. I get it. Ask Task. Task is, my partner with the Cryptomaniacs podcast and on Town Hall Witness. What has he said on all of our shows constantly? He uses Leo the most out of anyone around. He uses Leo the most. It frustrates him the most that some things don't work. But you know what? Task begrudgingly has a smile on his face. We'll pretend he has a smile on his face. But he shows up every day, no matter what. Hell or high water, he shows up. What did you do for New Year's, Task? I was working on Leo Glossary. Well, what were you dealing when the nodes weren't working a couple weeks ago? I was still working on Leo Glossary. So we get it. If Task can keep going in this, we all can. and he uses this stuff the most. So, side note, we are building this. We're at the grassroots of this stuff. We need to give it some time and some patience to get it going, because I believe, and a lot of the people that are involved in Leo believe, that what we're building today is not what it's going to be like in a year from now. We need to put the efforts in today for the results tomorrow. So patience, young Padawan. Just accept that things are not going to be smooth at the beginning of this stuff. The old saying, Rome wasn't built in a day. I'm not worried about tomorrow. I'm worried about what's this going to be like in 2 years. So all the effort I think we need to put in as creators and passionate community members on Leo needs to have that mentality, that attitude of what I'm building now is for down the road. I'm putting in the effort today for the rewards down the road. And we're seeing that with the evergreen stuff that's going to be coming out with Leo. We're seeing that with the Leo ads contracts that's going to be paid out. Everything we're building now might not give us results today, but a month from now, 2 months from now, 6 months from now, 7 months from now, it's a mentality. It's an attitude. You have to think like that, especially as an entrepreneur. And we are entrepreneurs on this platform. No matter what people say, we are entrepreneurs. Each one of us is building a business. And I know Task is going to be cringing when I say this. I am of the thought and the mentality that you need to build personal brands, because people do business with those they know, like, and trust. Now, I'm talking as a content creator side of things. People do business with people they know, like, and trust. All things being equal, they do. But all things not being equal, they still do business with people they know, like, and trust. And what do I mean by doing business? Engage with you, follow you, comment, upvote. They want to be around people they know, like, and trust. So your job as a lion, if you believe in this platform, if you believe in true Web3, is to get people to what? Know, like, and trust you. Know, like, trust. Know, like, and trust you. That is your mission. 2024, you should write it down. Know, like, trust. How do we get people to know you? Break it down. This is when you have your little pad of paper. I have a little wipe. It's called the whiteboard. It's great. I don't have my whiteboard behind me anymore because my wife said, that sucks. You need to put a fake plant behind you now. So I have a fake plant now. So I have a whiteboard instead of a whiteboard. This is why you get notes and stuff. You know, like, and trust. Write it down. Take your notes. We're gonna put some notes down. How do you get people to know you? How do you get people to know you? That's the question. Show up every day. Show up every day. Top of Mind, great book by John Hall. I recommend everyone reads it. Top of Mind by John Hall, one of the best personal branding and content creation books I've ever read in my life. It's probably about 5 years old, give or take, right now. But in that book, he talks about why it's important to stay in front of people. Think about this. Just think about the technology we're in now. The mass bombardment of marketing messages that are being flown at you at every direction possible. If you think you can write a blog or do one thread a week and get people to know, like, and trust you by doing this once a week, you are smoking something that's illegal in a lot of places around the world. It's legal here. The point is, stop believing that. If you want people to know you, which is the start of know, like, and trust, you have to show up every day. Period. The beautiful thing about Leo now is with threads is you don't need to write War and Peace. You don't. To get people to be in front of people every day on Leo, you just got to engage with them. Look what D-Kid is doing. Look what Tokenized Society is doing. Look what Task is doing. Look what all of these people are doing. All they're doing is engaging with people. That's how you get people to know you. Now, liking, that's a different question. Now, that's a different, part of the equation completely, because not everyone's going to like you. Believe it or not, there's a lot of people that have hated Django over the years. I don't know why. I'm a nice guy. I enjoy coffee. I enjoy books. I enjoy my family. Why would people hate me? So the message there is, don't expect everyone to like you, but you still want to get people to know and like you. And how do you do that? Engage with them. So showing up every day, engaging with them, creating value in their journey. There's a reason I go on to Leo every couple of times a week and say, how can I help you? Just, It's nothing self-serving. I just want to give to the community. So last night, Bitcoin Flood said upvote me, and he was joking around, but I did. I gave him a full upvote. Uzoma24, if that's your username, I apologize if I destroyed it. But he was just like, I would really like a gift Leo Premium account. I had 10 liquid HBD, no problem. There you go. I give it to you. I'm not saying I'm buying people to like me. That's not what I'm doing. I'm saying that I'm trying to add value to their journey. If I add value to their journey, they will like me. So I'm getting people to know me. I'm getting people to like me. But what about trusting? This is the big one. Trust cannot be purchased. It has to be earned. It can take years to build trust and a second to lose it. For example, I trusted PayPal for 17 years of my life. I'm bringing back PayPal all the time in my examples, right? PayPal, trusted them. 17 years. I would defend PayPal. When people would say, "Oh, they shut my account down," I'd be like, "Well, you did something wrong. You're a dummy." I trusted PayPal. In one day, I lost complete trust with them. It took them years for me to build up the trust where I trusted them, and then poof, it was gone. Same thing can happen with us. We can spend day after day after day of building up trust with people, and in a second, it can be lost if we are not getting people, if we're not adding value to people's journey, if we're getting people to argue, if we're arguing with people all the time, if we fight with people, if we have no ethics, it's pretty easy to see how you can lose trust. So as a creator on Leo, write it down. Get your writing utensils, get your journal, get your pad of paper. If you're real savvy, you can get a whiteboard and write those down. 2024, you should be getting people to know, like, and trust you. If you do that, beautiful things happen. Absolutely beautiful things happen. So let's get people to know, like, and trust us in 2024. Okay. Good stuff. Let me just go check the yes. John, go live in the blockchain life. Yes. You are surprised at us using threads. No, task. It's going crazy in Threadcast. Big shout out to everyone using Threadcast. I will definitely take a look at everyone's questions and comments. I'm going to get one from Tokenized here. I see that. I will definitely get that answered too. I'm just going to go through my my notes. I'm prepared. I'm trying to be professional, folks. I'm prepared. I got my notes. A few things I want to go over at our first LeoLive. So, know, like, and trust. That is your mission in 2024. Get people to know, like, and trust you. And there's tons of ways we're going to go over through this series on LeoLive on how to get people to know, like, and trust you. I got tons of information. I've got entire journals written on this stuff. So I got a wealth of information, not from my own concepts. It's from the books I've read, the things I've learned over 25 years of doing this. So we will dive into all of this. Absolutely, Nelson. Nelson, you can do whatever you want, sir. That's the beautiful thing about the blockchain. You can do whatever you want. It's amazing. We love it here. Okay, so why Leo? Why is it important? Now, I want you guys to go to a beautiful, beautiful website. I'm going to share it with you guys here. We are going to share screen, and I want you guys to go to this website. Here is the website. This is the website that every single one of you lions needs to have bookmarked. This is why. This is the white paper / the docs. Cal has done an amazing job. It's not completed yet, but the big chunk of this is here. I want you guys to bookmark this. Please, please, please. You have homework. The first bit of homework today was to get a journal, get some paper, get a writing utensil, and just make sure that you have something to write your ideas down, everything you learn, so you don't lose it. The second piece of homework we have, and I'm going to put this into YouTube, if you guys see it, it's docs.inleo.io. I want you guys to write this down, bookmark it, remember it, go back to it each and every day. This is the white paper / the documentation of everything to do with Leo. This is why I'm telling you to do this. It's one thing to say, oh, I believe in a project and I'm excited. if you are part of the what Task called it yesterday, the Green Candle Brigade. If you're part of the Green Candle Brigade, you don't look at this stuff. You don't care. What do you care about? Is there a green candle? If I put $1 in, will I 10x it? We're all trying to make a living. I get it. Okay, we all are in crypto because we think it's going to go to the moon. Apparently, Bitcoin's going to be worth $1 million for one Bitcoin one day. Sure, whatever. The Green Candle Brigade has built the crypto industry for better or for worse. The crypto goes wherever they go. Wherever they start buying up or selling things, that's what usually happens. Markets go up and down. Most of the Green Candle Brigade don't do any of their homework into the projects they invest in. They are looking at one thing and one factor only: green candles. They want to know, will this go to the moon? We are not like that on Leo. What are we on Leo? We are savvy. We're savvy. We are a group of, I use bunny ear quotes here, investors. We are a community of Web3 enthusiasts that actually know what's going on when we are actually using Web3. I highly recommend that you learn about Leo. This is a free resource, docs.inleo.io, that you can refer to at any time. Want to know about the tokenomics? It's there. Want to know about the rewards pool? It's there. Want to know about the community? It's there. Want to know about the team? It's there. Want to know about all of the different DeFi platforms and all of the projects and thoughts and everything that's behind Leo? It's all there. Everything you want to know about Leo is there. Now, nothing beats rolling up your sleeves and actually getting involved, but this is a resource we all need to know. We all need to read it. We all need to dive into it so that we are informed. So when people say, what do you represent? What are you what are you talking about when you're talking about Leo? What does this mean? What are the tokenomics like? What's the rewards pool? What is this? What blockchain is it built on? We have the information right here. Now, you don't need to memorize it. I'm not saying that, but this is, again, I'm a product of my product. So everything I'm telling you guys here, it's not me saying, oh, I have all the answers. No, it's me living this stuff. This is what I did. When I got involved in the blockchain in 2017, there was not only a white paper, there was a thing called a blue paper. And there was 3 documents getting into the original blockchain that I read. I printed out. One of them was like 40 pages long. I printed them out, I read them, I soaked up all the information. Because if I was going to invest my time, which is a lot more valuable than money, if I'm going to invest my time into a platform, into a crypto project, into a token, I want to know everything I can about it. Be informed. Ignorance is not an excuse. We have so much information out there at our fingertips. Get into the habit of reading this document a couple times a month. Again, this is not gospel. You don't need to, you don't need to be in it every single day, but get familiar with it. This is a huge tip. If you want to know this stuff, if you want to be a contributing member of this community, if you want to learn everything you can about it, use this, learn it, read it, dive into it. It's a fantastic resource. And shout out to Cal for writing this, because this is some painstaking stuff. This is definitely stuff that might fly under the radar for a lot of people, but this is very valuable. It's very welcomed, and I think all of us need to be familiar with it. So docs.inleo.io when you are super bored on a Sunday and you want to read something. There you go. So that was my pitch on why we need to read a lot more in Leo. Docs on in Leo. So there you go. Okay. Use the tag LeoLive in threads, and we will get this trending. We need to get this trending. We need to get LeoLive trending on threads. Say no, you're killing unicorns when you put the hashtag Hive or Leo in threads. We need something new, something juicy. Let's get some LeoLive tags in there. I'm going to talk about something that you're probably, you knew I was going to talk about. If you've been around the block, if you've been around listening to Task and I over the 3+ years that we've been doing the podcast, you'll know we talk about consistency a lot. Consistency is key. It is a big reason why some people, not it's a big reason, it is pretty much the only reason most people fail and only a select few see this stuff through. Consistency. I want to share some stats with you guys. I want you to write this down too. Just so you remember this, okay? And D Kid will appreciate this cuz I'm going to talk some college sports here. You'll see what I'm saying. Why do we tell people to be consistent? Well, top of mind, obviously, right? We want people to know, like, and trust us, and the way to get people to know us is to be top of mind. Show up every day. But showing up every day for a week doesn't do you any good. Showing up every day for a month, you might get a little bit of traction, but if you disappear after that month, no one's going to believe you. So no one's going to like you, no one's going to trust you. So you've failed before you've even got going. Consistency is key. Showing up every day is key because, again, results, if you have the right attitude and the right mindset, results are not going to be immediate. You're putting in the effort today for something that's going to pay off down the road. Let's look at this. Let's look at a couple of examples here. Now, apologies to people that may not be in North America for these examples. They might seem a little weird, but if you Google this, you'll understand how big these companies are and the individuals are that I'm about to speak about. Starbucks. Starbucks is a big coffee company in North America. Huge coffee company. It's one of the biggest. It started in Seattle decades ago, and it's grown to be this massive brand and the whole nine. Thousands of franchises, thousands of stores around North America. If you drive on any of the interstates in America, you're pulling over at some of the rest stops, guaranteed there's either a Dunkin' Donuts or there's a Starbucks. They're everywhere. Well, look, it's a massive corporation. Well, here's a nugget. Howard Schultz, who's the guy who created Starbucks, that company didn't open its 5th store until 13 years after it started. It took Starbucks 13 years of being in business to open their 5th store. Now they have thousands, but let that marinate. It took 13 years to open their 5th store. Consistency. They kept showing up. They kept building their business. Let's get another witness to this. Let's see another example. We have 3 examples. That was the first one. Let's talk about Walmart. Everyone knows Walmart. Love them or hate them, they're everywhere. Walmart, the destructor of Middletown of America, or whatever. You can love them or you can hate them, but you cannot say that they are not a massive corporation. The largest retailer on the planet, I'm pretty sure. If not, they're up there. They're definitely one of the largest in North America. Walmart is everywhere. It took them 7 years to open their 2nd store. It took them 7 years to open their 2nd store. Now there's thousands, right? But it took them 7 years to open their 2nd store. This is mind-blowing to me. This is how quickly we give up before we get going. As a creator on Leo, I didn't get upvoted. Well, how long have you been doing it? 2 weeks. I've been a premium member for a month, and I hate it because I'm not getting upvoted by Leo Voter. Come on. These guys think this is another thing to note. We're talking about Starbucks and Walmart. Think of the overhead they have compared to what we have. What do we need? We need resource credits, folks. Sure, we need time. Everyone needs time to build anything. But what do we need? What are we really investing? 100 hive power? What's that? $30? 100 Leo? Is that 15 hive now? $5 or something? Resource credits we need. But do we need rent for a massive warehouse? Do we need to hire staff to create content for us? Do we need to have supply and trucks and logistics and all? No. What do we need? We need time, yes, but we need a little bit of resource credits. These guys showed up for 13 years to open their fifth store, millions in overhead. A year, probably a month. Walmart, I couldn't even imagine how much money it took them to get their second store open, and that was 7 years. So basically 7 years of busting their butt to get store number 2 open. And we're complaining about not having enough resource credits. If you need resource credits, let me know. Let Task know. Let anyone who has any amount of Hive know. We will assign you resource credits. Resource credits is not an excuse for not showing up every day and being as active as you possibly can on chain. I will delegate you enough resource credits you could run to the moon and back with it. Let me know. So we see Starbucks, it took 13 years to open their fifth store. We see Walmart took 7 years to open their second store. Now let's get personal. And this is where D Kid's gonna laugh. A lot of you guys might not know who John Wooden is. Task will know. A lot of people that know sports will know. John Wooden, legendary college basketball coach for UCLA. He coached Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Like this guy was like a legend in college basketball. Arguably the greatest basketball coach of all time. If you put him on the Mount Rushmore of most successful college coaches, he's at the top. He's the pinnacle. They don't get any better than John Wooden. Here's a fun fact about John Wooden. He didn't win his first title until almost 20 years into coaching. Excuse me? What? So you're telling me the greatest college basketball coach of all time did not win his first national championship until almost 20 years of coaching? Oh, and we're complaining about a month on Leo without getting upvotes from Leo Voter. Folks, consistency is the great divider of fortunes. Why did John Wooden, Walmart, Starbucks, why did all of these people and companies get success? Because they didn't give up after they hit a roadblock. They didn't stop after a week of creating. They didn't give up after one of their teammates quit. They didn't give up after they stubbed their toe on a Sunday morning. They kept going. They were consistent. Consistency is what's going to define your future. On Leo, we are in such a unique position because we're at the beginning, at the cusp of something that's potentially going to be the greatest thing in social media, the greatest thing that we've seen. But we're ready to give up after a couple weeks because of a node issue. We're ready to give up because I didn't get my support ticket answered in 20 seconds or less. What are we doing? What are we doing here? Let's be honest with ourselves. We're seeing all of these examples of what it took to be successful. 13 years for Starbucks, 7 years for Walmart, almost 20 years for John Wooden. And we're complaining about month to month and week to week and day to day. Folks, we have to have a better attitude when we approach this stuff. If we are creating content every day, if we are getting people to know, like, and trust us, we are engaging with people. If we are building businesses, if you're taking part in Leo Glossary like Task is doing and Tokenize is doing, if we're doing this, if we're doing daily shows and threadcasts and streams like Lisa is doing, if we are doing this stuff consistently, you're not going to have enough time to worry about the negativity. You're not going to have enough time to worry about all of the woe is me stuff. You are going to be focused on building, on creating, on engaging, and getting people to know, like, and trust you. Please write that down. Know, like, and trust in 2024. Know, like, and trust. Your job as a creator here is to get people to know, like, and trust you. And now we can break down in future episodes of Leo Live, how do we actually, what are some steps? What are some actionable steps to get people to know, like, and trust? But write that down. Know, like, and trust. I'm going to shut up and I'm going to go into your questions now. We're going to go through threads because, again, product of the product. Instead of me just talking about this stuff on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, let's go see what is going on in an actual Web3 environment. Mind-blowing to me that we can do this. Here is Leo Threads. Here's Leo Thread, and there's a crazy amount. I'm just going to refresh here and just see if we. Big shout out to everyone. Do we? Are we there yet? We're not there yet on trending. Dang it, we need to go. I want my trending. I want LeoLive to be trending. Ego and pride will be the destruction of us all. But I would really, really like to get trending. Use the hashtag LeoLive. Nelson just asked in YouTube here, can I fix my node myself? If you have the technical abilities, you can do anything. Don't ask Eliana and I to fix things. So we don't know what the heck we're doing. We just show up and go, we're here for the party. But yeah, you can fix your nodes yourself. Not like Leo node, no, because that's Leo's node. But if you fire up your own node, you can definitely fix it yourself. Let's go. We're gonna not to the latest. We're gonna go oldest, and we'll go down because I saw Tokenized had a wonderful question here, and I wanted to discuss this with you guys. I believe I'm doing less comments on other people's long form content since Threads launched, but at the same time, I do enjoy interacting with others on Threads. How do I balance this? Yeah, this is the greatest thing about Threads is, like I was mentioning, is that we do not need to write War and Peace. You don't need to create these massive blog posts now to get people to engage with you, a la the old blockchain, the legacy chain. That was the only thing we could do, right? War and Peace, and pray that people engage with us. I literally split my day Tokenized. The best thing about Leo, we can do everything on Leo. If things don't always work on Leo, you can always use another free front end on Hive for engaging. But I know a lot of people they use like ecency and stuff. I do everything when I'm commenting and upvoting. I try to do everything in Leo, just because I want to be a product of the product and see those glorious. Look at that beautiful. Look at this. Look at this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous ad I'm getting. Look at Capital One. Capital One. They want me to go shopping with those coupon codes. This is Web3, folks. I'm getting paid when those ads are seen. So the more I use Leo, the better I get in my bank account, in my Leo wallet. The more of these ads are shown, the better it is. So we want to be using Leo. But to go to your question, Tokenized, I literally just split my day. Like when I'm engaging with people on Threads, it's pretty easy because you get your notification. But if I'm, I have people I follow. You have a following list, and if you see posts that you really like and they added value to you, I just make a comment. I have a set amount of time every day that I commit to sitting in front of my computer, or if I'm on the road, on mobile, and engage with people's content. Excuse me. So I'm always making sure that I structure it so that I am very visible as I can be in Threads, but I'm also visible on people's content. So and this is the thing, again, why you want to get people to know, like, and trust you, because the more that they comment on your stuff, how you get people to comment on your stuff is you go comment on their stuff. The 5,500, 5,000 formula that I came up with, years ago, and this is definitely not like rocket surgery or anything like that. This is just a pretty simple way I thought people could build their accounts on the blockchain. So the 5 in the 5,500, 5,000 is 5 engagements. So I would literally do a little we'll do a little example. We got the whiteboard. So let me just, I'm going to stop this for a second so you guys can see this, and Task won't be able to see this, but because his eyesight is bad. But I use tick journaling a lot of the times. Let me just write this down and apologize for my handwriting, but this is what I call tick journaling. So In my journal or a piece of paper or on my whiteboard, I will have 3 things I do each and every day. 3 things. This is achievable stuff I can do. So if I want to make comments on other people's blogs, if I want to make sure I'm using threads, and then I write my own piece of content, I just use tick journaling. I just literally put 3 things I'm going to do each and every day. And then, okay, I went and made 5 comments on other people's blogs. I tick it off. It's stupid simple. This keeps you accountable to yourself. Again, we are entrepreneurs. We are entrepreneurs. There's no one over your shoulder going, you need to write more content. Write it down yourself and take inventory of what you're doing. If you want to write comments on both threads on people's blogs, write it down that's what you want to do. After you've written 5 threads for the day, task will say 500, but we'll say 5 a day. Just check it off. Now you want to do your content for the day. You want to write your blog post. You've had a long day of engaging. Go write your blog post, and then you just tick it off. And now here's the thing. Let's do the math on this, right? You do 3 things a day. 3 things a day for a week. 7 times 3 is 21. You've accomplished 21 tasks to get you closer to your goal. If you're doing that, you're getting people to know you. Easy peasy. That's stupid simple. Write it down. Use tick journaling, and you will definitely be able to manage that no problem. Hope that helped. Let's get back to the questions. We are going into D-Kid saying first ever LeoLive, and I'm here to learn. Yes, you're here. Awesome. He has a cold beverage. That's okay. I got my hot beverage. It's delicious. Brando, my biggest obstacle or turnoff has been the node issues. Do you think we'll ever reach the smoothness of X, and what would it take? Well, see, it's funny because Task and I were talking about this yesterday on our show, but I've noticed this. I don't know about you guys, but I've pretty much had a flawless experience. Now, there's a few hiccups here and there on Leo, but generally since Leo Node and they hammered out a lot of the back end stuff. They did a fix, I think, last week. It's been pretty smooth for me. I'm not going to lie. Now, again, I'm using desktop. I'm not using mobile. I know there might be some issues in mobile, but for me on the desktop, it's been pretty smooth. It's been pretty smooth, and I get it. It is definitely a frustration. But if this is the mindset we have to have, it's frustrating now. You want to smash keyboards. I have a metal keyboard for my Mac. If I smash it, I'm out $100, so I'm not going to smash it. But it's frustrating. Think of it, just remember that right now is like the growing pains. Right now is the holy moly donut shop. Let me just get through this. It's a brighter day tomorrow. So that's the mentality to have. I've personally seen a huge improvement over the past week. Things have been pretty much good for me. I haven't had any issues. I know mobile might be having issues, a few things. Images aren't showing all the time. I think that's also a bigger Hive problem as well. But generally, it's grin and bear it for now. If you have a punching bag or a pillow, you can scream into the pillow. That always helps. You can take a printer out or a copier and do that. What is it? An Office Space where they beat it up with a bat. You can do that to make yourself feel better. I've done that. I've kicked numerous computers in my life. No, but seriously, it'll get fixed. Right now, it's frustrating, but things will get better. I promise you. So let's work now for what's going to be down the road. And these things they will be very smooth. It will be very smooth. I've already seen a huge improvement. So. Hey, Nifty's here for the party. He says, I can think and I can speak of a lot of users, not necessarily myself. People are stuck on farming rewards, not creating value for the platform. Burning at the stake. Yeah. See, this is the green candle brigade, man. That's crypto. What was one of the things I told people to do today? Go read the docs that Cal presented. docs.inleo.io. Most people won't. The green candle brigade, the green candle gang, they're not going to look at that stuff because all they're trying to do is farm rewards and catch the next big thing that's going to the moon. we have to accept that, right? Like, it's part of crypto. It's never going to change. Telling people, oh, you got to use Web3 because it's decentralized. That is the worst argument in the history of mankind, because people don't care. At the end of the day, people don't care if something's decentralized or not. They don't. They want to know if Grandma Barb is putting the cookies up recipe on the platform. That's where's the pictures that Uncle Joe took of the family reunion? Where can I find that? That's what people care about with this stuff. Where are their friends and family? Not, is it decentralized? So, anyways, I'm going off on a tangent. I know it's true. I know that's true, Lisa said. Girl, you know it's true. Am I singing Milli Vanilli on LeoLive? I sure am. Well, thank you for coming, Nelson. I see you in YouTube. Thank you for coming, man. Yes, run it up. John Olson has a face for radio. Thank you, Task. Appreciate it. What do you think of the idea of having something to sell each time you post something on the blockchain? That's a good question. I mean, well, the Green Candle Brigade, the spammer, all of that group of people, they'll throw a link up, right? They'll say, hey, go buy my ware. I know what you're referring to. I understand, and especially we talked about this yesterday in the podcast. I think there's tactfulness that's needed. If you're just creating content with the hopes of someone to click on your link, you're not providing value. The value, like Task, will be, what's the stickability of something? Are people going to keep coming to it? You want to create content. You want to put things on the blockchain, on the database, that people will go back to. They might not go back to it 20,000 times, but you know what? If they go, and especially on Leo, if they go back to it 5 times, that's 5 exposures to our beautiful little Google ads. So that's what I'm trying to sell. I'm trying to sell that this is a place where people need to be engaging with others. I'm trying to sell that this is a place where the more we show up, the more value we're putting out there to people, it will be returned. But I know what you're referring to, but I don't have anything to sell other than personal development with Task and Django. We are selling it for 47 HBD a month. Thank you. Django lives the blockchain life. It's the thug life, D kid. It is the thug life. Definitely. Hurry up! I have a video to make. I'm going to keep these under an hour, man. I'm keeping these on. I value people's time, and I want to make sure I get to as many questions as I can. But I will do my best to keep these under an hour, because I know how much time is valuable to people. And Task is a busy man. He's got videos to make. We need to hurry this up. He is definitely a robot, D kid, for sure. This is a great idea, even though it's great that people on X making contacts, perhaps putting the InLeo name out there. We need to do more productive things happening here as well. Absolutely. And this is it's funny. Me and Eric were talking about this just earlier this morning, and it's something that Task and I talk about all the time. Look, people are going to use Web 2. If we're sitting here getting mad at people for using Web 2, yeah, it's your world's smallest violin. People are going to be using Web 2 no matter what. The problem that a lot of us have is that people are using Web 2 and neglecting Web 3, even though they're talking about Web 3 on Web 2. That's the problem. That's a problem. This is why we got to be products of our product. It's fine. I'm streaming on YouTube right now. I'm streaming on my Facebook account. I'm streaming on Twitter. I'm using Web 2 right now. But what am I streaming? I'm streaming Leo. What am I talking about? I'm talking about Leo. What am I doing each and every day? This. I'm doing this. I'm not doing this necessarily on Web 2. I'm doing it on Web 3. So it's fine. Go use Web 2. Talk about it as much as you want, but make sure that you're here being a product of the product. We are, again, the greatest marketers of this individually. As not individually, but as a community, we will be the greatest marketing team ever created and assembled for any project on Hive, because if we are using this stuff, all we got to do is point. This is what we're doing. Look. And people, oh, you can actually use this stuff. Yeah, you can. So use it. Use it a lot. Esme Smith. Esme, is it Esme or ESme? ESme Smith? Smith. We'll just say Smith. How do you manage to be content with what you have on Hive? Like, do you talk much about Sol, Matic, and other cryptos like many of us? How did you learn to be happy with one bucket? I am a glutton for punishment, Smith. I am an absolute glutton for punishment. Most people are a lot smarter than me when it comes to this stuff. I do not have the technical ability, the investment savvy. I have none of that stuff. I am an absolute buffoon, or as Tass said, a bozo when it comes to a lot of this stuff. I like simple. This is to me the biggest thing with crypto. Can I use it? Can I use Sol and Matic? And sure, I'm sure you can. You probably need a PhD in computer science, and you need MetaMask or whichever stupid Ethereum-based wallet that's popular today. That's not easy for me. I like simplicity. I like, can I use it, and is it easy? Now, yes, it's easy to use Hive for me now because I've been in it for 6 years, but I want to touch and feel stuff. One of the biggest reasons I'm not a Bitcoin guy is because using Bitcoin is like pulling teeth. And then you hear the Bitcoin maxi saying in podcasts that are talking about how great Bitcoin is. Oh, only suckers use Bitcoin to pay for things. Well, what's the point of, like, can you use it? So for me, that's the big check mark for me. If I can use this stuff, if it's easy enough to understand, if there's a community behind it that's actually using this stuff, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm on Leo. That's why I'm on Hive, because I can use this stuff. Yes, you can use all the other stuff, but this is kind of my comfort zone. But the biggest reason is focus. When you consolidate your life, when you trim the fat and you focus, you become an absolute authority figure. What do I mean by this? Let me share this. I'm going to share this, and it's going to be quickly, because I know your guys' time is valuable and we're getting close to an hour. But I had this for a future episode. If you go, well, I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to bring it up right now. I just put it on. Let me bring this up. Just give me a second. I put it on Threads. This answers your question, Esme. Focus. This was actually going to be the next LeoLive I did, but I'm going to touch on this right now, and then we'll dive into it in the next episode. Why am I only in select number of crypto, basically Leo and Hive? Because I want to focus. I want to focus on this so I can create a position that leads to being an authority on something. And that will become my personal brand. I want it in the future when people think Leo, they think Django. And I can't do that if I'm talking about Sol. I can't do that if I'm talking about Bitcoin. Sure, I could be the jack of all trades in crypto, but guess what? There's 1,000,000,001 jack of all trades in crypto. I want to focus to build my position that builds my authority, that as a result creates my personal brand. So why am I only focused on? Because I want to build my personal brand on Leo. I want to be known as a Leo guy. When people think Django, Leo. I learned a long time ago when I got started in this 20 plus years ago that if I start putting my eggs in all in different baskets, I'm going to lose focus and I won't amount to anything. So focusing to me is a superpower. And if I want to build my personal brand as an authority figure on Leo, I need to focus on Leo. So we'll get into that. We'll definitely get into that in future episodes of LeoLive. But let's get back. We're almost done here. We're almost done. I appreciate you guys hanging out. What? Hey, look at that. I'm here and watching the video from Leo Stream Threads. Awesome CFL closers. Welcome. As me said, if you use MetaMask and preach Ethereum, we will create Seanstown and build a cult around you. Please, you're going to kill unicorns if we talk MetaMask. You know how much money I've lost in MetaMask over the years, sending and receipt. Like, forget it. I'm done. I can't even get my cub, my poly cub. I can't even get that now because I don't even know where the hell my wallets are, where the information for that is. Now, I don't think I have a ton of that left, but I can't get it. It's gone into the nether regions. Anyways, well, hello, Sunseeker, welcome. Well, here we go. We're having fun. We're having fun. Absolutely. Brandos mentions the KFC guy. Yeah, Colonel Sanders. He didn't start the KFC until he was in his 60s. So I'm in my mid 40s, man. If I would sit there and go, oh, my life is half over, I'm like, oh, what do I be doing here? No, it's never too late to start. Get started. Your future self will thank you. Callus here said, I can't listen live, but bookmarking this and watch ASCP. Really curious to hear the discussions. Absolutely, man. Appreciate you. Check out the recording whenever you can. Singapore side of things, we have over 48 onwards who are successful in stock trading and forex. Overnight success is harder to attain. Yeah, absolutely. It's, anyone can be an overnight success. It just takes 10 years. Nugget, right? Clicked on the guy in the purple circle. Isn't that the trucker guy? More tea? No, I'm done. I guess, and I'm not driving. I'm done. Trucking is awful. It's the worst industry in the world. Driving is amazing. The trucks are awesome. I love being on the road, but dealing with the people and that industry, I would rather smash my toe with a hammer constantly for 5 weeks. Yeah, I hate it. I hated it. It was the biggest waste of my life. I literally wasted, and oh, you got experience. No, I wasted a year of my life trying to do that as a career. It was the worst idea. Worst idea ever. Anyways, I feel like I'm learning so much. Well, I'm glad. Nifty, if we are learning, we are good. He was all about consistency. Coach Wooden, absolutely. A great study. And some of his books, D-Kid, are fantastic. The memoir that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar wrote about me and Coach Wooden, I think it was Me and Coach was the name of it. Fantastic read. Absolutely amazing. The relationship those two had was unparalleled. It's fantastic. Definitely. Good. Time Traveler said this talk is giving you inspiration and adrenaline. That's the point of this. That's the point. We're too blah 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 on here. We need to get excited about Leo. We need to be talking about this stuff. We need to tell people we have the greatest Web3 platform in history. We have to tell that, scream it at the mountaintops. People will catch on. But if we're going and talking about, oh, well, it's decentralized and it has 3-second transactions. Oh, and it's immutable content, and no one cares, man. No one cares about that. When we understand that, we'll be much better position to market and promote this stuff. People don't care about decentralization. They want to care if their friends and family are putting pictures up. That's what they care about. Or watching TikTok videos of people dancing. Absolutely, D-Kid. Patience is a virtue. Yeah, definitely. LeoLive Rock. Thank you, Time Travelers, for using the tag. I appreciate it. I'm late to the show, but Leo, it does. We are rocking. I never see ads. Ninja Kick It. CF closers. If you're using Brave browser, make sure you shut down the shields in Leo. If you're using Brave browser, there's also a few settings you can play with. I'll get more information on how to do that. But the easiest way, if you're using Brave browser, is shut down the shields. The ads will show, and it might also be simply just there's no ads at where you're geographically located right now. But if you keep using it, the more the algorithm will start spitting out ads. So we just keep using it. The ads will show up, guaranteed. It is Time Travelers. This is the best. And this is a really good example of why we should be using Web 2 combined with Web 3. The technology is there for us to embed YouTube videos into this platform. Let's do it. When Leo Shorts comes out and we have the ability to embed Vim into this stuff, great, we'll do that. Right now, let's use the technology that's there. We don't need to reinvent the wheel. Let's use what's here, and it's flawless. I love it. I think it's great. embed the video into the threads, and you can engage with us, and we'll have a lot of fun. Absolutely, D Kid, appreciate you, man. That was 20 minutes ago. I'm so late. I apologize, guys. Let me just see. Love the journal stuff. Absolutely, Dwayne. 16 is up. It is. It's journaling is and again, I have tons of stuff I'm going to talk about with LeoLive down the road. So I'm going to get into journaling. Again, if you have your journal, you can write down a fantastic video. It's on YouTube. You can find it. Task will probably add it to Leo Glossary. So if he doesn't, I'll add it. But one of the greatest motivational personal development videos in the history of mankind is How to Journal by Jim Rohn. How to Journal by Jim Rohn. Go and watch that, please. I will find it and post it on. I'm going to write that down in my pad of paper. What I'm going to do, Jim Rohn, and I'm going to post that to Leo Glossary. I will be a product of the product. It's fantastic. Leo Mobile is better now. Perfect. Yes, I'm so late. Sorry, guys, for being so. Yes, thank you. The Milli Vanilli is there. Perfect. I love it. Absolutely, I agree. More T. Smooth, basic functionality is a must. People will just give up if I suck, Dwayne. I suck. If you want to lose your crypto in 30 seconds or less, transfer it to one of my like Ethereum-based wallets, and it's gone forever. And ask me to go get it. It's gone. Forget it. It's gone. It's gone. They don't care. Yeah. This is absolutely 1Alpha. There's people that do care about decentralization. Absolutely. But I'm saying the majority of people that we are trying to target to get here to use this stuff all the time, the majority of them, what do they care about? They care about the pictures. They care about the recipes. That's, I care about decentralization. I watched Free Chain last night, the Hive documentary. It moved at the end of it. Like Nifty wasn't joking on Threads yesterday. He said it's going to bring you to tears. Like it moved me seeing everyone on the video at the end of it talking about why they're on Hive, why they believe in it. I believe in this stuff. I believe in decentralization. I'm saying that you can't market Hive as, it's got 3 seconds transactions. Like people won't, the majority of people, they just want, can I use this? And are my friends there? Is Grandma Barb here? Do people realize this show time travelers? Well, history of the making. I don't know, dude. I mean, this is the thing. If I can get 1 or 2 people to take action and really buy in to Leo from these events, that's all I'm shooting for, man. That's all I'm shooting for. I want to talk about this stuff, use it, but I want people to see that they can do the exact same thing. They need to be using this stuff. It's one thing for me to talk about it, and Tass to talk about it, and Cal to talk about it, and Eric and Nifty to talk about it. We're one thing for 1Alpha to talk about it. We're invested in this stuff. We need everyone else to be as invested. Maybe not financially, because I'm nothing compared to the majority of the guys I just named off. I'm just saying emotionally invested in this stuff is a good thing. Why you need to read the docs. Docs.inleo.io. Please, please, please take an hour or 2 a day and get familiar with that. That absolutely, Dwayne, it's simple. Anyone can be an overnight success. It just takes 10 years. It's Proof of Keys Day. Yes, happy Proof of Keys Day to all that celebrate. All to celebrate. Beyond Journaling, Jim Rohn is great. Oh, absolutely. I have a ton of Jim Rohn books. I don't have them here. They're on my other bookshelf. 4 Seasons, a fantastic book. Living the Inspired Life, one of my favorite books of all time. Jim Rohn's just, and the best thing, this is the thing about Jim Rohn. He wrote some books, but he's got a lot more presentations and videos on YouTube and talks and MP3s and audiobooks. Definitely worth the time. Yeah, exactly. When it's coming. Where can you see the Hive documentary? If you are following me on Twitter, I put it out. I retweeted Lord Butterfly. He's the executive producer of it on Hive. it costs $12 to watch it now because it's getting entered into some film festivals. So it's not for the masses yet, but if you follow me on Twitter, I retweeted it yesterday, the link that Lord Butterfly created. Absolutely. Perfect. Yes. Use AI to summarize the docs. Yes, exactly. Use AI. There you go. Perfect. I think that's it. If I missed you guys, I will definitely get to your comments on Threads. I will upvote it because my goodness, I want to reward you guys for hanging out with me each and every time I go live with these things. The plan is, God willing, the plan is every Wednesday at noon going forward. The UTC time, I think it's 1700. I think someone was mentioning that in Threads today. It was Slothburn. Slothburn was saying, "What's the UTC time for the rest of us?" I'm a dumb North American who uses Eastern time. I don't know what UTC time is. I know I can Google that and find it, but we will be going noon Eastern. I think it's 1700 UTC every Wednesday going forward, God willing. If there's any changes, I will let you guys know. But the game plan is at least once a week. Consistency. This is the key. I want to be at 5 p.m. So it is 17. Yeah. Thank you, Eliana. Perfect. Because Eliana is in Europe and she's smarter than me. So she knows these things. So the game plan is every single Wednesday noon, we're going to fire these up. Again, I got a whole bunch of stuff to go over with you guys. I just wanted the big takeaways today for our first LeoLive: know, like, and trust. That's what you guys need to write down. Remember, that's your goal in 2024. Consistency. Think of the examples that we talked about when it came to Starbucks needing 7 years to build their second store. 13 years to get their fifth store. Walmart to get their second store took 7 years. 20 years for John Wooden to get his first championship. So consistency, know, like, and trust. But also, you have homework. You are to get a journal of some kind. If you don't have journal, pad of paper, write down your ideas. You can go check out how to journal. I will put that up on Threads later. Jim Rohn's amazing talk on that. But also, read the docs. Go to docs.inleo.io. Soak it up. Learn it. Why are we so passionate about Leo? Why are we so excited about it? Read that. Be a product of your product by reading that so that you can stand confidently and going, this is what I believe in. This is why I am here. Check this out. You want information? Check this out. You want the apps? Check this out. You want the community? Check this out. And we will have an epic time in 2024 here on the blockchain, specifically on Leo. Guys, thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate you. I will be uploading this later tonight as well. It will always be on my YouTube channel. It's on Facebook as well. But I will be uploading this for you guys to go back to it. And I'll make some little graphics to go along with the key takeaways so you guys get this stuff and have it for your reference whenever you do need it. And you can remember this stuff and go back to it. And there you go. Thank you guys for rocking with me. And I will see you tomorrow for Cryptomaniacs and next week for more LeoLive. Toodles.